Thank you, Brian. And now, I would like to introduce a very intellectually gifted young man. Normally, the title of Valedictorian goes to the student who, out of all the students in his class, has pushed himself most in the classroom. However, this student has not only achieved more in the classroom than the rest of his classmates, but more than any student in the history of MHS. The highest GPA to ever graduate MHS before today would be ranked 4th in your class of 2012. 3 of us will break that record, but the one who absolutely shattered the record, graduating with a 5.15, has truly earned the title of Valedictorian. With a 35 on his ACT, he will be attending Louisiana State University next year to major in chemical engineering before moving on to a law degree. Please join me in welcoming my good friend, the other Nick, to the podium. Here's Nick Klinka.
Thank you. Good afternoon, class of 2012. Congratulations on making it this far. I would like to leave you with some parting advice. However, I am not one to reinvent the wheel, so I will tell you some famous advice I have heard from others. Things to keep in mind as you live the rest of your life. According to John F. Kennedy, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. As I am sure you have heard from many teachers, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Famous American novelist George Burns once said, "Be sure to wear a good cologne, a nice aftershave lotion, and a strong underarm deodorant." And it might be a good idea to wear some clothes, too. Cartoonist Walt Disney stated, "If you can dream it, you can do it." If we were to ask Mike the Situation from Jersey Shore how he would live his life, he would respond with, "GTL baby, gym tan laundry." Steve Jobs offered some sound advice at his commencement address to Stanford graduates, stating, "Stay hungry, stay foolish." Even my grandfather offered me some pretty solid advice. First he told me, "Don't eat yellow snow." Additionally, he declared, "Don't buy stock in a company that sells screen doors for submarines." Obviously, some of this advice is sounder than others. Some of this advice I would consider to be good advice, while others of it I would completely ignore. What I would like to leave you with today, class of 2012, is the idea not to live your life by the things you are told, but instead to live the life that you are living by the things you want. From a very young age, I have been told such statements as, "You would be a great doctor," or "I could see you as a teacher." Everyone has had their ideas for what I should be. Even as I continue through high school, seldom does a week go by when I'm not approached by someone asking me if I'm going to Harvard or if I'm planning on being a brain surgeon. Everybody else has an idea for where I should go in life, and many have made it known. I had even taken to telling everybody that I was going for a career in surfing in hopes of stopping the questions, because in the end, the decision on where I'm going in life is completely mine. I decided to attend Louisiana State University and study chemical engineering and eventually law. Not because someone else told me to do it, but because I wanted to do it myself. Sure, I listened to the opinions of others, was influenced by my family and friends, but in the end, after listening to all the advice that I could hear, I made the decision for myself because it is my life. Many of you have been given very bad advice by your family and friends that I hope you do not follow blindly. Listen to what they say and make an informed decision. For example, if your parents have been telling you your whole life that you really want to be a professional dancer, and that is not what you want to do, stand up for yourself and say no. If your life dream is to be the next Power Ranger, even when you are discouraged by everyone else, then for gosh sake, become a Power Ranger, or if you aren't quite good enough, at least a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. They say, money can't buy you happiness, but sometimes, even if you are told to do what you love, you have to have a reality check. There are times when money can be prioritized over other things. And it can be prioritized over what you love if it's for the right reasons. Sure, some people can be happy making a low salary, but loving their work. For other people, having additional salary while dealing with less enjoyment at work can actually be a much happier lifestyle. Work to live, don't live to work. Think about what you want from your life. What do you want to live for? Don't listen to someone else's answer. Make your own decision. As stated by Anne Frank, parents can only give good advice or put them on the right path. but the final forming of a person's character lies in their own hands. This is your life, class of 2012. It is your chance to be what you want to be. In the future, you can be what you want to be. I can see doctors and nurses, teachers and carpenters, singers and engineers out here. Potential is out there. I can see it in all of you. Remember, I am not telling you to ignore all the advice that you receive. Many times, your parents tell you good information, and after struggling with you for this long, they probably at least deserve you to give them one of your ears. But in the end, it is your chance at life, your opportunity to reach the stars. Congratulations, warriors. We have done it. We have made it this far. Now shape the world the way you want to. Do what you truly desire with your life, because you only have one crack at it. YOLO, class of 2012. Thank you.
Thanks, Nick. Now it is my pleasure to welcome your second co-salutatorian to the podium. He is Vice President of Mu Alpha Theta, Editor-in-Chief of the school newspaper, and a member of National Honor Society. As an athlete, he is captain of the cross-country and track teams. He'll be graduating with a 5.1 GPA and will also be attending the University of Wisconsin-Madison, undecided in his major. I now present to you Jacob Barsos, who will introduce today's guest speaker.